Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Review Any Tech. So today I'm gonna be talking about iPhones, new iPhones. Whether or not you should buy an iPhone 8, an iPhone 10, also called X by many, but it really is 10, and whether or not you should even hold on. These are questions that I will try to answer. But first, we will go through the different models of iPhone that are currently available. Now, um, we have the iPhone 8, the iPhone 10, and then the other iPhones, older ones, are still on sale as well. However, I'm gonna focus on these two. Now, there is a very huge price gap between the two devices, and we want to see whether or not the price is justified. Now, let's take a look at the iPhone 10. I'm quite surprised that iPhone 8 is on top of the screen. Maybe it's because it comes first, but this is the spotlight of Apple's event as of now. So, after that, oh, we need to swipe up. Nice. So, um, you see how the display is the main focus of this device because mainly they sacrificed a lot of things to put this OLED display on here, including Touch ID, which Apple was the first to use, and now it's first to remove it. Was quite surprising. Now, there is one thing you see in this animation, the two bars on the side show time and your signal and everything. But when it comes to apps, what we have seen so far is that it doesn't crop the top and it goes it basically, if you're reading something, your content might be blocked by the bar on the top, which hopefully will be fixed by a software fix. Many people were saying that these bars will be only for the time and signal use, and it wouldn't be used for the rest of the screen, which would honestly look better, to be honest. Now, another thing is the Touch ID that is gone and now it's replaced with Face ID. You need to view this thing with caution because, as much as it's beautiful and it's futuristic, you're basically looking at a first generation device. Now, what does that mean? For example, the first time Touch ID came, it was with iPhone 5S, and it didn't have very significant issues, but it did have a slower turn on and activation than the next generation Touch ID. But the same applies here. Also, we have seen that Touch ID fails, and it fails quite badly.
iPhone 10. This is a phone we've been dreaming about for a long time, but the reality of it in your hand, it's really something epic. So let's take a look. Here is iPhone 10. Now, unlocking it is as easy as looking at it and swiping up. And, let's try that again. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go to backup here.
Now, one thing that you guys should consider is the fact that aside from all that, the price gap is quite huge. Now, let's take a look. I'm gonna compare models here. Um, where is it? Okay, compare models to find the best iPhone for you. Okay, so we will go with 10 and iPhone 8 small size. Um, Actually, since the screen size in these two are the same, I'm gonna compare 8 Plus with iPhone 10. First, you have a gold option with this one. You don't have a gold option with that one. Oh, okay, the screen size is bigger here. Sorry about that. Now, with iPhone 10, you get this Face ID thing, but with iPhone 8, you get a solid Touch ID. It's the best Touch ID they will ever make, unless they make one better. But so that's something to keep in mind. Touch ID has proved itself and it's widely used, but Face ID is something new that you might have to get used to. Other than that, there is not much difference in terms of specs. The rest has to do with the camera. Do you really want to pay that much of a different amount of money for a camera that has these features such as dual optical image stabilization, which the other one doesn't? These are things you need to consider, and whether or not a screen that is larger, but at the same time it takes away the convenience of Touch ID is worth the price gap. In Canada, the price gap is huge. It's around $500 depending on where you are at in terms of tax and everything. But yeah, you have to figure out whether you want a device that is first gen. It's gonna fail, definitely it will, and it has already before coming out. And or you want to go with something that is solid. Now, there is also the other aspect that which one of these are really the flagship? Well, to many, iPhone 10 is the flagship because it's the best Apple made this year. But if you don't really care about having a flagship, and you are one of the people who would buy a phone and keep it for a while, like myself, you probably would want to go with something solid. And something that is solid would be the iPhone 8 Plus or iPhone 8 itself because they give you the ability to be sure that Touch ID will not fail you, hopefully, as much as Face ID will. And of course, we never know the battery life of this device since iPhone 10 is running an OLED display, but Apple did not include a dark mode for the phone. So since pixels light one by one, and if it's black, like dark, it's gonna stay off. The less pixels that turn on, the longer your battery life is. But without that, it's gonna struggle. And we see here that every single pixel is turned on for beautiful like design and everything. Whereas on the other one, you actually do get an extra hour of battery life, as Apple states. It says 12 hours for the 10 and 13 hours for iPhone 8, which translates to 5 and 6 hours of regular use, depending on what regular is defined by you. And if your carrier is one of those that would lose signal often, your battery life will struggle because it keeps searching for the signal. Anyways, thanks for watching, and if you guys have any comments, questions, or anything about iPhone 8 and iPhone 10, please comment down below. I myself am currently in the process of choosing whether or not to upgrade. I have a 5S. It's kind of damaged, so I need to get a new one. Let me know which one should I get. Thanks for watching. Peace.